What's up, everybody? Yeah, come on in. What's up, Amber? What's up, Sky? What's up, Void? Yeah, come on in. What's up, Chicky? What's up, John? What's up, Brian? What's up, Orieka? Yeah, come on in. What's up, Karen? We'll give him another minute, y'all. We'll get started. What's up, Miss Pat? All right. Let us begin. Let us begin. So, this is Kobra Kai Part 2. I hope y'all heard my first one. Where I went in on the two schools of thought. Miyagi-Do and Kobra Kai. Kobra Kai. Well, in this one, they introduced a third school of thought with Johnny, which was Eagle Fang Karate. You see what I'm saying? So, let's talk about them. First thing first, let's start with Kobra Kai because the show is called Kobra Kai, right? Kobra Kai is actually special forces. Strike first, strike hard, no mercy. Right? Special forces training, right? Paramilitary training. Black ops, ghost ops, spec ops. You see what I'm saying? So that's what that version of karate is. It's about taking down your opponent as fast as possible, as hard as possible, and as quickly as possible, before they become a threat to you on higher levels, right? So yeah, they showed you Kreese's backstory in this particular show, and they showed you how he developed the philosophy known as Kobra Kai, right? So now, this is where it gets good. Since Kreese created Kobra Kai back in the 80s, or even earlier than that, by the time he got back from the military, that's when he opened up. Kobra Kai was designed to yeah, my phone acting up. Hold on. Yeah. Yeah, we're gonna have to work through it. But anyway, anyway, Cobra Kai was designed to fight in warfare. You see, covert warfare primarily. You see what I'm saying? Covert warfare, but it can be used in overt warfare as well. But mainly it's for covert warfare. You know, assassinations, demolition work. You know, um, subterfuge, subversion, slicing, hacking, saboteur work, yada 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 yada. You know, stealing information, gathering information. That's basically what the special forces side of things really is, right? Now, when we get into Miyagi-Do, which was his arch enemy, Miyagi-Do is about balance. You see what I'm saying? It's about balance. Harmony with the feminine and masculine energy, becoming one with nature, getting in tune with the spiritual side of yourself. You know, and that's what Mr. Miyagi taught Danny LaRusso. You know, be in balance with yourself. You know, be in balance with you. And if it comes from within you, then it's automatically correct. You see what I'm saying? Because that's intuition, that's imagination, that's visualization. See what I'm saying? That's spirituality, soulity, mentality. You see what I'm saying? If it comes from within you and begin to manifest outwardly. That's what it's all about, right? Now, this is where it gets good. They gave Johnny a school, you know, that you don't really see that three-way school discipline. They gave him a school, Eagle Fang Karate. Now, what was his about? His is more where the outlaw, you know, street fighting. You see what I'm saying? That's the way of the street fighter. You know, urban warfare. For the most part, urban warfare. That's why most people resonates with Johnny's process than they do with a Cobra Kai or Miyagi-Do, because their version. What's up, Alexis? What's up, Nikki? Their version of Cobra Kai. I mean, yeah, their version of fighting is what most people do on a daily basis. They usually fight in the streets of their cities. See what I'm saying? You know, so they usually fight in the streets of their cities. Usually your upbringing determines what school of thought you tapping into automatically. Most of us grew up in the cities, so we tapping into Johnny's version of martial arts. You see what I'm saying? Johnny's version of it. And you know, you want a good example, think the Warriors. I don't know if y'all remember the Warriors movie back in the day, where they were just street fighting all throughout the city. It was just one big urban war going on between the gangs. You see what I'm saying? That's what we talking about. And we all know on a lot of levels, a lot of times urban warfare can be more dangerous than actual warfare. You see what I'm saying? Look at what they doing in Chicago. Urban warfare can be way more dangerous than actual warfare, because they killing more in Chicago than they did in like the last 3 wars. You see what I'm saying? The last 3 wars. Afghanistan, Iraq, Kuwait, you know, over there in the Middle East. So in Libya. So they killing more in Chirac, urban warfare, than they are in actual you know, and so-called their version of warfare, you know, cross-planetary warfare, right? It's a planetary warfare. So a lot of people resonate with Johnny's school of discipline due to it being specializing in street fighting, street boxing, fighting through the urban world, the urban community, making your way through it, the urban lifestyle, right? That's basically what most of us doing. Usually, if you have a rural upbringing, you was born in the country, you actually be more aligned with Miyagi-Do naturally. You see what I'm saying? You'll have a more Miyagi-Do-ish type of personality. If you was born in had a military upbringing, then you'll probably resonate more with Kobra Kai. You see what I'm saying? But most of us had a urban upbringing, so we resonated more with Eagle Fang Karate, right? So of course things have escalated to the highest degree in season 3. You know, motherfuckers is actually going to niggas' houses fucking shit up. You see what I'm saying? Going to niggas' houses fucking shit up at this point. Whooping ass. You see what I'm saying? Like, oh man, this is crazy. This is crazy. So, you know, because Kobra Kai is all about special forces, Kreese got them going on missions throughout the city. You know, throughout the city, got them going on special missions, special forces missions, to steal snakes and get the jump on their opponents before their opponents get the jump on them, which is what special forces paramilitary training is about, right? Now, Kreese started getting rid of most of the original Kobra Kai members from the first 2 seasons, and started bringing in more athletes, more people who are naturally aligned with the Kobra Kai thought process, right? You know, in their minds. So a lot of the old Kobra Kai members have vanished and moved back into either Miyagi-Do or Eagle Fang Karate, and they are now warring with each other because season 3 was just straight open warfare between the 2 schools. Johnny came back and built his 3rd school at the end, but Kobra Kai, I mean not Kobra Kai, but Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang end up joining forces with each other because they seen what fucking Kreese was doing. Kreese was around here attacking motherfuckers even on a regular day. You see what I'm saying? They would just show up at your house, show up, find you at a park, find you anywhere, and attack you. You see what I'm saying? And fuck you up. That's what their gift was. What's up, Javon? What's up, Theodore? That's what their gift was. You know, assassination. It's the sentinel side of things. You know, that's what they train to do. Paramilitary tactics. The art of war. The art of war. Right? That's what it is. Paramilitary tactics. That's what they doing here. That's what they doing. So, yeah, of course, I love how these seasons always have an epic battle scene towards the end, you know. And season 3 doesn't let us down. They have an epic battle scene with the kids going to war at Johnny's house. You see what I'm saying? Going to war at Johnny's house, and everybody finds out the true alignments. You know, everybody comes into the schools that they supposed to come into, and they're getting prepared for this tournament, you know, to see if they can destroy Kobra Kai once for all. So I'm going to go off the limb and say season 4 is the final season. You see what I'm saying? So if Kobra Kai wins, then season 4, Eagle Fang Karate and Miyagi-Do got to shut down. Danny LaRusso also got some upgrades. He went back to Japan, went back to the roots of his particular discipline, and he finally learned the offensive side of Miyagi-Do, because Miyagi only taught him the defensive side because he knew that Danny had that Kobra Kai energy too. I remember Danny actually joined Kobra Kai for a while. You see what I'm saying? For a while, he actually joined him to fight in the tournament because Miyagi-Do at one point wasn't training no more, right? So he had to continue to get lessons and discipline in it. He will go on to practice with Kobra Kai for a while, so he knows the other side very well. What's up, Camlish? What's up, Mavro? Next, after he gets through with, after he see how Kobra Kai really doing and turn back to Miyagi-Do, Miyagi's like, nah, I ain't gonna teach this nigga no fucking, not gonna teach him no offensive techniques, no pressure point fighting and all that from Miyagi though. The final secrets of it, we gonna keep that to ourselves. So he finally goes and sees old buddy who he fought in Karate Kid 2, and he completes his training, and he finally completes his training in Miyagi though. Let's see, Johnny on the other hand finally finds his balance. He finally finds his balance. And that's where he produces Eagle Fang Karate. Like, nah, we badasses, but we balanced badasses, We ain't assassins. Basically what he said. He telling motherfuckers, we street warriors, we street fighters, but we ain't assassins, We're not just going around fucking shit up. And like we would in open warfare. You see what I'm saying? We're just not going around fucking shit up. So the street warriors, the street fighters become they own dojo. Then Miyagi-Do, the spiritual warriors, become their own dojo, of course. And then you got Kobra Kai, the assassins. You see what I'm saying? The special forces. They got their own dojo. But Kreese, he knew he was surrounded on all sides. But what his mistake was, he was pushing the grain here. Because even though he was surrounded on all sides, he knew that Danny and Johnny were beefing with each other. So they were separate. They had their own dojos, but they were separate. You see what I'm saying? So they were just gonna fight each other in tournament, but they was gonna be separate entities. But when Kreese kept pushing the buttons, then that forced Johnny and Danny to come together. When they brought back Danny and Johnny's high school sweetheart, that feminine energy, to heal the rift between them. You see what I'm saying? So that they could, come together and do what needs to be done. So now they're gonna combine Johnny's offensive urban warfare with Danny's defensive spiritual warfare. You see what I'm saying? Spiritual skills. You see what I'm saying? So it's gonna come together and they're gonna produce a whole new form of karate. Versus what Kobra Kai is, because both Johnny and Danny knows Kobra Kai techniques already. So that's automatically gonna get mixed in with Miyagi-Do and Eagle Fang Karate. So this you got going on here. What's up, Jennifer? What's up, Link? So that's what this show is about. So, it was a lot going on, but then again, they kind of kept it, they gave it 10 episodes, and they're going to come back with the last 10 to finish up, But I figured that season 4 is going to be the last season. Now, another interesting thing is Johnny and Kreese fought each other again. And Johnny finds out that he's adopted his son into Kobra Kai. So 3 generations of Kobra Kai members are now in the scene. And Johnny flips out and goes to war, and battles Kreese. He was winning, but Johnny is making the mistake of letting his emotions, you never take your eyes off your opponent. So he get hit in the head, assassinated by Kreese, and get knocked out, right? Then Danny comes along and fights him, but Kreese like, nigga, we ain't gonna stop this defensive shit, just this all defensive shit, nigga. We gonna come with some offense. But he didn't know Danny had learned the whole spectrum of all the Miyagi-Do techniques. So since he learned the whole thing, the whole arsenal, then he was able to actually defeat Kreese. You see what I'm saying? With those pressure point techniques that he learned from I forget the guy's name, but he fought him to the death in Karate Kid Part 2. But yeah. So what's up, Brandon? So this is what this is about. It's just a 3-way fight. It's always a battle of philosophy. Whose philosophy is right when you're dealing with the force energy. This is a force. So the force showed you all 3 environments. Rural, which is the rural warfare, which is mainly what Miyagi-Do specializes in, because they always in nature. always, you know, the way of the farmer, the way of the way of the spiritualist, you know, always becoming one with nature, always becoming one with oneself. You see what I'm saying? Always finding balance within oneself. That's what Miyagi-Do is about. So there's more rural warfare. Urban warfare is about being a badass, you know, being gangster with it, you know, going around the city fighting these streets, street fighting. You see what I'm saying? Street boxing, which is very important. You see what I'm saying? Which is very important when you're dealing with urban warfare. So he specialized in urban warfare. You see what I'm saying? So that's what the path of the outlaw. That's usually the outlaw path. That's what they will call somebody in the urban world, outlaws. You see what I'm saying? You know, they go and find their own justice within a realm that already has a legal system, like the police. So they call them outlaws. You see what I'm saying? They are about justice. They balance too, but they about their own brand of justice and how they dish out in their own way. You see what I'm saying? And that's where you get the urban thought process from, the urban mindset, you know. And so that's what Eagle Fang Karate was all about. You know, being like the warriors. You know, we gonna go battle these motherfuckers across the city and defeat these motherfuckers across the city. You see what I'm saying? Urban street warfare, street boxing. You see what I'm saying? Who's the badass? You know, when we pull up in these dark alleys. You see what I'm saying? When I see you at the baseball stadium, nigga. When I see you in a street parking lot, nigga. Don't let me catch you at the mall, my nigga, or the movies, nigga. It's on. It's going down. You see what I'm saying? It's going down. So that's your street warfare, your urban warfare. Now, Kobra Kai specializes in covert warfare, you know, special forces, black ops training, special ops training, ghost ops training. You see what I'm saying? You know, assassinations. You see what I'm saying? That's the assassin arts, the Assassin's Creed. That's what they live by. You see what I'm saying? That's what they live by. And I'm going to actually tell y'all the real world equivalents of some of the arts for these particular groups in just a second. What was I? Yeah, the assassin arts. You see what I'm saying? That's what they about. They about subterfuge. They about saboteur work. They about assassinations. They about hacking. They about intelligence gathering. You see what I'm saying? They about attacking you and taking you out before you take them out. You know, ninjutsu. You see what I'm saying? So that's what their karate is all about. That's what their karate is all about. You know, so yeah, outsmarting and outthinking your opponent. You see what I'm saying? Planning for any eventuality. You know, by outsmarting and outthinking your opponent. You see what I'm saying? So there you go. So now, what are some of the real world equivalents of these particular arts? We're going to start with Miyagi-Do. You see what I'm saying? We're going to start with Miyagi-Do since it was the original focus, like for Karate Kid and everything. Miyagi-Do, the real world equivalence of Miyagi-Do is Goju Ryu karate. You see what I'm saying? We're going to start there since they're about karate first. Goju Ryu karate. You see what I'm saying? So they was all about being in nature. One of the original most powerful Okinawan martial arts. Also, Tai Chi. You see what I'm saying? Qigong. Bagua. You see what I'm saying? Let's see. A few more nature-based arts. Xing Yi. You know, Shaolin martial arts. We know them niggas stay in nature, so we know what they about. Let's see here. Capoeira was a more nature-based art. You see what I'm saying? It was a more nature-based art originally. Let's see here. Trying to think. More rural arts. You see what I'm saying? Off the top of my head. But those are a few of them. Those are a few of them, definitely. You see what I'm saying? A few of them that I know. You know, Cali. Filipino Cali. You know, they on island, so they kind of in the rural area. You know, those are mainly rural arts that they developed. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, so those are some of your more rural, spiritual, and arts that you deal with in nature, that you use in nature most of the time. See what I'm saying? That you use in nature. So yeah. Next, Kobra Kai, since it was the second one that was introduced to. You got, of course, like I said, ninjutsu. You got Kyoshin Jutsu karate, which is ninjutsu's version of karate. You got the Hashashin techniques. You got the Thuggy tactics. You got the Green Beret, of course, special forces. You got the Russian Spetsnaz, and some Russian Sambo as well. Let's see here. You got many different groups, many different SWAT, everybody who deals with that particular paradigm of pretty much these special forces, the assassin arts, Black Ops, like I said, Ghost Ops, those are real actual programs in the CIA. You see what I'm saying? The CIA, those are actual assets. See what I'm saying? So yeah. So definitely a big art, a big set of arts. You see what I'm saying? Let's see here. Any more I can think of off the top of my head? No more is registering right now, but as y'all can see, those are just some of them that were utilized to their fullest extent. As far as the assassin side of things. You got some more. I'm quite sure you got, of course, because every nation got their own assassins and their own assassin techniques. I can tell you that now. So let's continue here. Then you got street warfare. That's the Eagle Fang karate. You got your street fighters. So what are some of the street fighting techniques that we talking about here? You got 52 blocks. You got knocking and kicking. You got of course, American boxing, English boxing. You got parkour. There's more of a it's not per se a martial art, but it is designed to maneuver through your environment. But that can also go for Kobra Kai and fucking Eagle Fang, cause that just teach you how to maneuver through your environment. So yeah. So they can actually go for all three. That's one of those arts that spans all three realms: Kobra Kai, Miyagi-Do, and Eagle Fang karate. So let's continue here. Then you have Savate. Then you have it's another form of wrestling. Of course, American wrestling. Niggas wrestle all the time in the streets. That's nothing new. Everybody know that. Niggas scrap all the time in the streets. It's just the way it is. You see what I'm saying? It's just thing to do. You got ghetto blocks. You got which is another form of West Coast street fighting there. Ghetto blocks. So yeah, let's see here. Let's see. Jiu-jitsu. Aikijutsu. A few Japanese arts that I know is designed for the streets. You see what I'm saying? It belongs to the streets, Let's see here. Of course, you got quite a few African arts that's designed for the streets as well. Any type of stick fighting usually can go for both rural and some street urban fights. Sanusi's Ryu, Colin Powell, another powerful street fighting art. Then you got the 5%ers 120 styles that was developed for urban warfare. Let's see here. So you got a lot of arts that deals with urban warfare. There's a lot of them made in America, believe it or not. For urban warfare, a lot of them were specialized, especially over here. The homies created a lot of urban warfare techniques to protect themselves. So you got plenty of styles over here that's urban based. And you got plenty of philosophical techniques. To help you deal with the urban world. You even got urban magic. You see what I'm saying? So it depends on what you got going on. What's up, Annabelle? It depends on what you got going on for yourself as far as the environment you're dealing with. Because there are three major environments. You got the rural environment. You got the remote environment like mountains and everything. Rural is more like grasslands, forests, countrysides, yada, 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 yada. See what I'm saying? Those are more rural. Remotes is more like mountains, deserts, and places where there's really no people available. You see what I'm saying? So definitely those are more your remote environments. And then you got your cities, which is your urban environment. So those are the three major planes out here. And so you got a lot going on, because you have to use the skills depending on where you at. You see what I'm saying? Depending on where you at. So, like I said, a lot of us born in the city, so we kind of feel more where Johnny coming from with our urban arts. A lot of us use the 52 blocks or Sanusi's Ryu or 120 or in various other urban arts, knocking and kicking to deal with certain situations. You see what I'm saying? Whereas, you know, a rural person would specialize more in Muay Thai or Muay Thai was mainly in the forest. You know, he developed it in the forest. You know, Muay Boron, which is his real name. You know, Muay Thai or various forms of Kung Fu. You know, we in various forms of karate. You see what I'm saying? So, and then you got your assassin arts, like I said, you know, covert. Now, you ask me which ones you need. I say you need a bit of all three, because you can find yourself in any given situation. You may find yourself in a forest or rural areas, so you may need to apply rural tactics. You know, that's why I always go with a more Ben Freeman stylized way of thinking, because Ben Freeman trained his people for all three situations. He trained them in the spook that's set by a door. He trained them in rural warfare. He trained them in urban warfare, and he trained them in the assassin arts. He trained them in all three. So they was hell to beat, because they knew all three programs. They knew how to deal with all three environments. So the Ben Freeman effect is analyze, adapt, and act. You see what I'm saying? So analyze, observe your environment, know what you're dealing with, and then adapt to it. Once you can adapt to your environment and figure out how to utilize it to the fullest potential, then you can act. You can take action now on whatever you're doing. You can go on covert operation missions. You can do this, you can do that according to the environment you're in. And that's what Ben Freeman taught him. So that's why Spook that Set by Door is one of the greatest movies that was ever made, because they actually show you how to utilize all three paradigms. You see what I'm saying? How to survive in all three paradigms, whether it be a rural environment, whether it be an urban environment, and whether it be utilizing assassin arts. You see what I'm saying? You also utilize a lot of assassin arts in the remote environment. You see what I'm saying? Like deserts, assassins taught to survive in deserts. A lot of them live in mountains. So most ninjas and shinobi, yes, they still exist. Don't let them get it. Don't let these motherfuckers get it twisted. It's a lot of shinobi clans that still exist. They live mainly in mountains. They live mainly in remote areas. You see what I'm saying? That's what it is. That matter of fact, that's where shinobis actually originally came from, mountains. See what I'm saying? They were farmers who, when the samurai fucking decided to, become oppressive to the people, the farmers went into the mountains and began to train in the assassin arts, and they became shinobi and kunoichi, which are the female ninja. That's what they became. You see what I'm saying? That's how they became it. So there you go. So you also got, samurai. Samurai started in the rural environment, and then it made its way to the city. So, which was Bushido, Bushido, which are the samurai arts, So, yeah, these are many different tactics. Like I said, you got a lot of them in Africa, Dombay, animal styles, leopard style, panther style, yada 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 yada. So yeah, you got many different styles around the world that in this modern contemporary world you can actually adopt, and many different philosophies. I always encourage you to study all three aspects so you can know how to deal with each environment as you go to them. I've been to a desert. Let me tell you, it's hard to survive in the desert. You don't know how to deal with the desert. You need to know about them goddamn cactuses, because cactuses you can cut open and get water out of them. You see what I'm saying? If you stick your hand deep into a cactus, it's water. They store water to keep themselves alive in the desert. You need to know that if you want to survive a fucking desert. You see what I'm saying? So to refill your canteens. And some places, some deserts like the Sahara Desert, which is one of the most infamous deserts on the planet, I don't even think have cactuses. You see what I'm saying? So you really gotta know what the fuck you doing in a desert that don't even have cactuses. Now Death Valley over here, you know, they have cactuses in the desert, so you got something to work with. But I think over there they don't really have cactuses for real in Africa. You know, cactuses, cause that area wasn't originally a desert. It was actually a grassland. So cactuses are not native to the Sahara Desert in North Africa. You see what I'm saying? Whereas the Death Valley, where the Grand Canyon and everything is, they have it's been the Grand Canyon in the desert for a longer time than the Sahara Desert has. So nature had more time to develop cactuses to produce in the desert. So yeah, if you don't know that, shit, if you don't know, you need a knife in the fucking desert to cut open cactuses to refill your canteens. You could die real quick. You don't know you need to cover your head. You don't know, you know, you just certain things you need to do in the desert to keep yourself from fucking passing out from the heat. You see what I'm saying? It's just survival tactics versus like a forest. You know, it's just now you're dealing with life in the forest, animal life in forest, and plant life in forest. Some plants are poisonous. Some animals are poisonous. You see what I'm saying? Some snakes are poisonous. Spiders, you got to deal with insects. So now you're dealing with a whole other paradigm. So now you got to prepare to run into different types of animals and wildlife while you're in a forest. You see what I'm saying? You need to know how to survive. You need to know how to deal with the rains, because in rainforests, it rains like a motherfucker. So you need to know how to deal with that. You need to know how to find shelter. You need to know if you're going to take thermal blankets to keep yourself warm. You know, you're going to have to keep yourself warm because when you get wet, you naturally get cold. You see what I'm saying? Versus if you in a more of an urban setting. Now, urban warfare is completely different, because urban warfare is different because urban warfare out of the three is actually the hardest to survive. Why? Because you no longer dealing with animal life or just a remote life. You dealing with people, and people are the most dangerous thing on this planet. You dealing with people. You see what I'm saying? Most motherfuckers don't want to have that conversation of how the urban world is the most dangerous of the three worlds. It's actually easier to survive in a rainforest or grassland or countryside than it is to survive in the fucking city. If you don't believe me, go look at the death certificates. Go look at the death statistics of urban people that die in the urban world versus people who die in the rural and remote settings. It will be a way higher percentage for the urban world than it is for remote and rural. You see what I'm saying? So, cause if you learn how to survive a remote area, you can survive anywhere. You learn how to survive the rural area, then, you know, you kind of balanced, you know, you live in a balanced lifestyle, cause you in a rural area, then you probably a farmer or some shit. You see what I'm saying? If you're in a remote area, you probably a miner or something. You see what I'm saying? You can mine your shit. You know, you know how to mine for water. You know how to mine. See, miners are masters of the rural of the remote environments. Farmers are masters of the rural environment, and then you got the urban motherfuckers. You know, you dealing with people now. You know, that's what make an urban environment so fucking dangerous. You dealing with people, and you don't know the average person's intention. You know if a tiger want to attack you, cause that nigga gonna look at you and let you know he about to fuck you up. You know, if you're in a remote environment, then the remote environment itself can kill you because there's not much there. You see what I'm saying? So you have to adapt to that fact. But you don't know the intentions of people like that. So that's why it is very important to learn to read a person's energy field, their biosphere. You see what I'm saying? You learn to read their body movements. You see what I'm saying? Their facial expressions. You know, their energetic outputs. Because so you know what's going on. You feel like that nigga about to do harm. It's a good chance that nigga about to try to do you harm. You see what I'm saying? So that's why it's so hard to survive in an urban setting versus the other two settings. Amplify that by the fact that the urban settings got different districts where you got the rich, the wealthy, who lives in who lives in mansions and shit, you know, they live in mansions. You know, they don't call their areas the suburbs. They live in gated communities. Most rich people live in gated communities. They don't call their areas suburbs. They call their areas gated communities. Then you have the middle class who lives in suburbs, and then usually the more poor classes live in an urban environment. But you also have the wealthy who live in urban environments, but they live in like the downtown area where they get the best experience of the urban environment. You see what I'm saying? So, but then you got fucking the hoods, the ghettos of the world, you know, where motherfuckers is struggling to survive on a day-to-day basis. You see what I'm saying? And you know, the rich, the wealthy make sure that the poor don't catch up. You see what I'm saying? Don't catch up. And so you got to fight your way through the urban environment. You see what I'm saying? To the best of your abilities. And you know, the middle class is kind of stuck in between, they sandwiched in between the upper and the lower class. So they get pulled in multiple directions. So yeah. So yeah. So, you know, you're going to see more killing in the urban environment than you ever would in a rural and fucking remote environment. Matter of fact, if you're in a rural environment or rainforest or something, you see a fucking wolf take down a deer, you ain't even gonna be bothered by that for real. You'll be like, oh, that's the way of nature. You see what I'm saying? You see two humans kill each other, it's gonna bother you because you human too. You see what I'm saying? You see two earthlings kill each other, it's gonna bother you because you earthling too. You see what I'm saying? So, you know, but a lot of motherfuckers will tell you that, oh, it's about the art of survival. You know, the strong survive and the weak perish. And on some levels, that's true. But when you're in an urban environment with different energies going on at the same time, that program by itself alone won't get you far. You see what I'm saying? You need more. You need philosophy. You need magic. You need spirit. You need soul energy. You see what I'm saying? You need more than just the survival programs. You need all the other 6 programs that go with your 6 chakras. You see what I'm saying? The root chakra alone won't help you survive an urban world. You need all 7 chakras to survive an urban world. That's why it's easier to open your chakras in a rural and remote area than it is to open your chakras in an urban area. Because in the urban areas, they literally program you to stay on your root chakra. And because of the hustle and bustle of the urban warfare, you actually goddamn don't even take time out of your day to get in tune with you. You see what I'm saying? You're doing everything but getting in tune with you. Get in tune with your inner self. So that's what you got going on here with these 3 disciplines. So you need all 3. Especially for us, you need the eagle fang karate, you know, the eagle fang techniques to survive this shit, the street fighting techniques. Cause in urban world is the weakest people. The weakest people live in cities because they feel like since you got policemen and shit, they feel like they don't need to learn self-defense, which is one of the greatest illusions ever created in the urban environment. Even though the urban environment is where most people get killed. You see what I'm saying? People get killed more in the urban environment because most people are in an urban environment. You see what I'm saying? It's rare for you to get killed by a wolf in a goddamn rural environment because you got to run into a wolf in a rural environment. Like I said, in a remote environment, you know, a mountain area or a desert or something, if you know the tricks to the trade to survive a mountain area or a desert area or a remote location like that, it is way easier for you to survive because you know how to deal with that energy. But, you know, if you adapt properly, you won't have to worry about the environment itself killing you through dehydration, through loneliness, through whatever, you know, comes with dealing with the aspects of a remote and, of course, rural environment. But when you're dealing with an urban environment, you're dealing with mainly people. And so most people think that other people will protect them. Bullshit. That's a lie. You know, you see this. You gotta call the police to come get there, and you gotta hope that they in your environment. That shouldn't you shouldn't have the hope for motherfuckers to come save you. That's another version of the savior mentality. The police are our actual physical Jesuses now. They the Jesus Christ now of the world, because goddamn them the motherfuckers you call when you need help. Instead of learning self-defense yourself, and you become your own Jesus Christ and protect yourself. You see what I'm saying? You need to learn martial arts yourself. You need to learn combat yourself. See what I'm saying? You learn how to shoot guns and everything yourself. How to survive yourself. See what I'm saying? Especially in the urban environment. You need those skills more than ever, because humans die more in the urban environment than anywhere else. So-called humans or earthlings die in the urban environment, the urban jungle, more than anybody else. Concrete jungle. What Tupac said? Tupac said even the rose can grow out of concrete if you know how to deal with this particular energy. So definitely, you need to know how to survive in there. Whether you need to know magic, you need to know philosophy, you need to know physical self-defense. You see what I'm saying? You need to know survival tactics. And then you can, of course, you're gonna have to work in these plantations or whatever you need to do to survive until your passion or whatever provides for you. See what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? So yeah. There you go, Brandy. In a minute, the police ain't gonna be able to do shit to help nobody. Matter of fact, the police gonna be RoboCops. Most of them. Shit, them niggas ain't gonna even be real after a while. They about to replace all the fucking Earthling cops with RoboCops. So they've been telling you that for years. They've been telling you that for years. What they about to do. So yeah. So yeah. So don't get it twisted. It's going down. It's going down. So there y'all go. Also, funny, I was gonna do this Kobra Kai lecture yesterday, but I had so much to do yesterday. So I'm gonna postpone it today. And guess who made a Kobra Kai fitness edition? Your boy Billy Blanks. Our boy Billy Blanks made a Kobra Kai Taibo fitness video. I was like, God damn. And my nigga Kobra Kai. My nigga going in the Kobra Kai dojo in the back. Strike hard, strike fast, no mercy. No motherfucking mercy. So there you go. Any questions? I'll take a few before I roll out. Any questions? Any question? What's up, Prancing Tiger? What's up, Jaquisha? Yeah, research your environment. Learn how to forage as well. See what I'm saying? It means know what plants is edible, know what plants is not edible. There you go, Will. You gotta go down. War into slavery, war out of slavery. So yeah, y'all ain't got no questions. Better go and get up out of here. Brandon, some of these fighting styles will list you as a lethal weapon on paper. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Miyagi-Do techniques already fucking listed as lethal weapons. Tai Chi and Qigong, especially CIA know all about Qigong. That's been blacklisted. So yeah, fucking Goju Ryu, don't even get me started on that. We don't even have to talk about the Kobra Kai asset. All that shit is assassin techniques. And yes, as far as urban techniques, oh yeah, all the urban martial arts has been listed as fucking blacklisted, especially 52 blocks. Oh yeah, they was using that to whoop up on goddamn cops in jail. So that's been blacklisted. So yeah. Now, as far as karate, or urban form of karate, you can use karate any fucking well. You see what I'm saying? You can use karate anywhere. Yeah, you got Kyoshin Jutsu for Kobra Kai, you got Goju Ryu for Okinawan, and then you got most all the other karates usually in fucking, you got Sanusi's Ryu. Yeah, Sanusi's Ryu is an urban form of karate. Yeah. So yeah. There you go, Alexa. Let them niggas know. She better buy your books now. You got about 6 months. Get your shit. Cause hell, it may come a time where they gonna shut down Amazon. Then they just gonna keep letting niggas get shit to help whoop up on them. Nah. they about to cut off all them lifelines first chance they get. So yeah, whatever you need for your chakras and yourself, get it now. You see what I'm saying? Like shit, like I told y'all, give me some Tybo videos, cause when they shut the grid down, the internet and shit, you ain't gonna be able to access the Tybo videos off fucking YouTube. So get you some fitness videos now, DVDs now, so you have them at home. Get your books, get your remedies, your herbal remedies, whatever you gonna get, your colloidal silver, stock up on all that. Cause there's gonna come a time where that shit gonna be hard to get. And you're gonna wish you had it because ain't gonna be no hospitals. Did you hear me? I said it ain't gonna be no hospitals for you to go to and receive medical attention. Want to make sure I make that loud and clear. So yeah, it ain't gonna be no hospitals. That's why a lot of the star seeds ain't fucking with hospitals right now. Cause you gotta find new ways of healing yourself no matter how sick you are right now. So yeah. So there you go. You heard it from me first. Heard it at the Melting Out Order first. So yeah. But I'm gonna get up out of here with Marvin Jones. Y'all share this with your friends. Let them know what it is. Y'all want to check out my other occult lectures? Hit me up at the Melting Out Order on YouTube. Brian, have the high-pitched frequencies in y'all ears increased? Mine have been loud as fuck since the 21st. Yes. These great convergences happening in the cosmos is also happening inside of you, so you get stronger and stronger. 2020 is actually not ended yet for us. It don't end till March 20th. So it's going to be a build-up into Aries. Once Aries get here, this energy going to explode. So continue to build yourselves up and get stronger and stronger. Fortify yourselves. Spiritually, mentally, physically, and soulfully. But yeah, like I said, if you want to check out my other occult lectures, hit me up at the Melting Out Order on YouTube. And if you want to donate, of course, you can hit me up at my Cashapp on mcjnetwork. And I'm out. Peace.